One day after school, I came home to find the house completely empty. My mom and brother Mike were supposed to be there, but they were gone. I waited for hours, thinking maybe they were late. But when night came, and even my dad didn't return from work, I started to get scared. The house felt too quiet, too still. I was hungry, but I hesitated near the fridge. Mom always yelled if I touched it, but my stomach hurt. I opened it anyway. There was nothing except ketchup and mayonnaise. I squeezed ketchup into my mouth. It burned going down. I coughed and ran to the sink, gulping water straight from the tap. It didn't help much. I still felt empty. Just then, I heard the door open. I thought my family had finally come home, so I rushed to the entrance. But standing there was my grandmother. "Mary?" she said, just as shocked to see me. "Weren't you supposed to go to Germany?" I stared at her, confused. Germany? That's when she told me the truth. My parents and Mike had already left for Germany. They didn't take me. They left me behind. I didn't know what to say or feel. My grandmother looked sad and angry at the same time. "This is too much," she said. "From today, you'll stay with me." She hugged me tightly. Her arms felt warm and safe. That's how I ended up living with Grandma. I was in my 20s by then, and Grandma had weak legs. She couldn't take the stairs well, but she never complained. I didn't see helping her as a burden. I felt thankful. If it weren't for her, I didn't know where I'd be. My childhood had been painful. I was always slower at learning than other kids in school. I struggled to read and write. My grades were bad, and my parents were ashamed of me. Both had graduated from top universities. I felt like I was a disappointment. My mom would compare me to Mike all the time. "You make the whole family look bad," she'd say. Then she'd tell me to stay in my room and not be seen. During exam times, she kicked me out of my room so Mike could study. She made me sleep in the cold hallway. I hated winter. It was cold, and I had only a thin cushion to sleep on. I shook my head once, saying I couldn't sleep there. My dad got furious. "Be grateful you're not on the street," he yelled. I didn't know what unfair meant back then, but I felt it. My mom's punishments grew worse. One night, she forced me to eat old vegetable peels. She poured salad dressing on them and said, "Eat this." While they ate warm soup in the dining room, I knelt in the hallway, chewing garbage. I remember hearing them laugh. Mike had topped his class again. "Thank you for sending me to tutoring," he said proudly. I stayed quiet. After I finished the disgusting food, I held out the plate and asked, "Can I have some warm soup too?" My mother glared at me. "Why don't you drink from the river?" she snapped. They all laughed. I hugged my knees, shivering and hungry, wishing morning would come faster. But I wasn't completely alone. My grandmother, my dad's mom, moved nearby and opened a craft class. She noticed something was wrong. One day after school, she called me over. "Want some snacks?" She smiled. I sat with her, feeling something I hadn't felt in a long time. Kindness. I wanted to stay. She asked, "Shouldn't you be home? Isn't your mom making dinner?" I shook my head. "She won't cook for me," I said quietly. My grandma looked shocked. "What do you eat then?" "Vegetable peels, tap water." She stood up and hugged me tight. "From now on, you'll eat here." I couldn't believe it. "Really?" I asked. "Of course," she said. "You need to eat and grow strong." I cried. After that, I secretly went to her house after school. I didn't want my family to find out. A warm meal felt like a treasure. She gave me the love I needed. Her students never made me feel like a bother. I stayed in the corner and quietly drew pictures. Drawing helped me forget the pain. One day, Grandma couldn't take it anymore. She stormed to my parents' house. "Why aren't you feeding Mary?" she shouted. My dad didn't say anything. My mom just rolled her eyes. Punishing bad grades is part of parenting, she said. After Grandma left, my parents yelled at me. Why did you tell her? I apologized, holding back tears. Then they banned me from going to Grandma's. You're an embarrassment, they said. I felt like I had no one. Later, Mike passed by me in the hallway. Must be nice to play all day, he said. I didn't reply, but I felt angry. One day, I overheard a conversation. My dad said someone in Germany wanted to accept Mike into university, even though he was still in elementary school. He's that smart, they said. We can't waste time keeping him here. They decided the whole family would move. I got scared. I couldn't even read English well. How could I learn German? I asked Mike. I'm scared about going to Germany. He scoffed. You don't have to worry. That confused me. What did he mean? That they'd help me? Or that I wouldn't be going at all? The truth came quickly. One day I came home, and no one was there. Again. Hours passed. No calls, no notes. Nothing. My teacher had even asked earlier, Are your parents picking you up today? Now I understood what she meant. They had left me, just like that. I went to the fridge, but it was empty again. I drank water, stomach growling. Then I heard the front door. I rushed over. It was Grandma. Her eyes widened. Mary? She thought I had gone with them. I shook my head. They left without me. Her face darkened. That's unforgivable, she said. You're coming with me. And so I did. Grandma welcomed me home every day after school. Welcome back, she'd say. I started to feel safe again, but at night I'd dream about being left behind. I'd wake up crying. Grandma would hold me and whisper, They're not your family. I am. Slowly I started to heal. I watched her craft classes from the corner, drawing quietly. I didn't ask for much. I just didn't want her to stop loving me. One evening, after class, she brought out ice cream. Want some? She smiled. I nodded. We sat and ate together. I tried to eat slowly, to make the moment last, but the ice cream melted and dropped. I'm sorry, I said, trembling. I expected yelling, but Grandma just laughed. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. Just keep smiling. Her words warmed me more than the ice cream ever could. At night, she taught me how to read and write. Little by little, I got better. One day I showed her a drawing. She looked surprised. Mary, you're really talented, she said. I laughed, thinking she was just being nice. But more people started to notice. Even her students gathered around one day. This is amazing, they said. You draw like a professional. I blushed. Was I really good? Grandma said, You have a gift. You should take real lessons. I did, and I kept drawing. Years passed. I became a painter. My artwork was shown in galleries. People cried when they saw my paintings. They're so full of feeling, they said. I smiled and thanked them. One day at an exhibit, a little girl reached out for my hand. She reminded me of myself. Her mom said, She doesn't talk much. I knelt down. It's okay. You'll find something you love too. The girl smiled. As I turned to leave, the room grew loud. 2 people were pushing through the crowd. We're her parents, they yelled. I froze. It was them, my mom and dad. Older, tired, but definitely them. Mary, we're so proud of you, they said like nothing had ever happened. Come live with us again. I stayed quiet. Please have them removed, I told security. They're not my family. My dad laughed. Still holding a grudge? Grow up. We're family. No, I said. My only family is Grandma. My mom's face turned cold. Then at least give us one of your paintings, she snapped. I stared in disbelief. We're short on money, my dad added. Help us, please. I told them to ask Mike. Mike? My mom shouted. That guy ruined everything. They explained he had dropped out of school, got arrested, and caused them endless trouble. After they left me, I had found Mike's notebook. He had hated the pressure, the rules, the lack of freedom. He envied me for being ignored. We were both victims in different ways. Suddenly, Grandma rolled forward in her wheelchair. Enough! She shouted. You left Mary behind. Don't ask her for anything now. My parents glared. You kidnapped her, they said. I smiled calmly. Actually, I'm legally her daughter. She adopted me at 18. You can't claim anything. They were speechless. The police arrived and escorted them out. I turned to Grandma. Are you okay? I asked. She smiled and patted my back. You're everything to me, I said. We moved to a safer place after that. Grandma got sick often, but I stayed by her side, holding her hand. I love you, Grandma.